Yes, here you go. 77%. Sitting, but yes. It's even better when you're sitting.
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling.
Oh, I need to change my category. I'll do it in a second.
Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura go.
Let me just... Lovely. Right. So, what has just happened? So, our daughter has been kidnapped. We are kind of working with our daughter's kidnappers. They are finding information on our work computer and phone because they need some data to give to their employers, and they are using our daughter as leverage. So, we're trying to work with them to keep our daughter safe while also kind of not putting too many people in danger. There is also a terrorist group on the prowl who we are trying to stop, murdering people. Oh, you got a haircut? Ooh, bread. Really yanked it out and now my nose is tender. Is it a side nose or is it a middle nose? So let me just move my head over there. I'll sit here for now, and it's not really convenient for me to sit here either. So we have to figure out what the name of the company behind the Liberators is. That they are based on blank, they belong to blank, and they specialize in blank. So I think we were pretty sure that they were a mining company specializing in Tylenium, but we weren't super sure what the company behind them. So we have an email with the name of the companies here, and we kind of have to pick one that we think is most likely. And I think it's probably either Dyson or Milix.
Business. Kneel, I barked. The poor sap dropped to his knees. Damn fool thought it was an order. Embarrassment hung heavy. I crouched, got in his face. Your name, pal.
Your name, pal.
His eyes wild as a cornered rat's.
Lime. Lime.
Thank you. The way you kept coming back for. So ridiculous. You got name, place, sector, and speciality. Look, Amy is. You can't beat the perfection and simplicity of Amy. Not saying that she's simple, but she's, she's great. Thank you. Amy's like a good vanilla ice cream. Just hits the spot. So we had Milix on Gara mining Tylenium. Simple gal with simple tastes. Exactly. So we could say they're based on Gara. The Liberators. The name of the company behind the Liberators is... I just feel like I don't have enough. Yeah, we know they were used in the mining industry. Addictive substance. Single plate in the sink. I feel like I don't have enough information. They also don't let you look enough about the clues. They just kind of give you... Like, there's no way to actually, like, leaf through the clues. Garian terrorist group that opposes Drovian independence. CEO of Milex Mining, a huge mining company based on Gara. What about Dyson? Company is based on Drovia. So I suppose that's the difference, is one is based on Drovia, one is based on Gara. And do we have any evidence that suggests that it's Drovian or Garian? Haley, just in time for us to finish Lacuna. We just picked this up. We finished Nancy. We got the bomber. And it was random. Randomly assigned bomber at the beginning of the game, which is kind of cool. So now we are trying to find some different bombers. Very very specific niche of mystery games we're playing today. Yeah, replay it and might give someone else with different clues. Yeah, it's really cool. We didn't get the special credits either, unfortunately. Maybe I should have found some more clues here. Doing all right, Haley? Thank you. How are you doing today? How is the painting going as well? Did you manage to do any more? So Moore had a sick wife, and his wife was made sick by the mines. And I'm just wondering if maybe 10-year court case. Because they would know about someone with a sick wife because the lung damage happened. That's why I think it's Milex. Let me see if we've gathered any more information. I don't think we. Wondering if there's anything I should remember, so I'm just looking back at the picture. Oh yeah, we had to talk to that lawyer. Do we know who that lawyer was? Got the logs here as well. Do you reckon she gave us any clues? Let's come back to that in a minute. The lawyer that we spoke to. Was it Boyd's lawyer? No, it was the other one. The other guy. So, Holloway. Maybe not. Oh, Gonzalez. There we go. I got paid to fetch the stick. I can't see you guys. Doing a bit more painting. Oh, nice. Oh, some Skaven. Some Stormcast Eternals. The Skaven Tide box set. A sense of enlightenment and determination. Oh, Haley, I'm so pleased. That sounds so good. Oh. Have you been watching anything while you've been painting or listening to anything? The person who contacted me spoke Drovian. I'm 100% sure they were from Drovia. I wonder if this is the fucking... Is this the clue that I'm looking for? I think this is the... Is this... Okay, who's Drovian? Are any of these companies Drovian? Drovia, mining, Millennium, Dyson! But I was so sure that it would be Millex, because Millex would know where to find a guy with, you know, they found Moore, whose wife is sick because of her time in the mines, and therefore he had kind of a need for the money. But I suppose Dyson would also be able to access that information too. They were 100% sure that he was from Drovia, though. So it wouldn't make sense for it to be Millex, because Millex is from Gara. That is so good, Haley. I mean, it's really great when you find like a piece of media that just does that for you, right? I don't know if I've ever watched anything that has really... Maybe Star Trek to a certain extent. I know that's maybe a bit cringy, but delicious in the dungeon. What is that, Fred? Is that where they eat food in a dungeon? Is it anime or is it real people? I worry when you say you think I'd like something. I'm like, why? Has it got incest in it? Does it? Am I really going to say Dyson? I quite liked the Dyson guy when we spoke to him. Oh, it is, where they cook food in a dungeon. Oh, does the food look nice? They eat monsters. It's great. Ooh. You're right, Haley. You're right. Yeah, I think Star Trek is, you know, it gives you a new perspective on how much is out there, right? It does look. Is it kind of like Shogugeki? Has anyone watched that? The food anime.
Starfleet is an institution for adults, not children.
Except Wesley. Wesley doesn't count. I think we're gonna go for Dyson because I really don't have too much to go on. If it's Millex, it's Millex. I was wrong. But they were 100% sure their contact was Drovian. Dyson is the only mining company that mines Tylinium that is from Drovia. I like Wesley. I think Wesley's just happy to be there. It is cool. You're right. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I feel like I'm right. No, I don't want to submit the sheet, but do it. Oh, is it really Dyson Drovia mining Tylinium? Am I really going to accuse the Dyson guy? He was so nice when we met him, though.
Objection!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, you know what I said about the TTS feeling like it's more... Is she growling at me? That'll save that for later, God. kind. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Good morning. You know what I said? I was like, wow, I think these TDS artisans are really more on the ball. They're not. Never mind. They're not. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to submit it. Am I right? Oh, hang on. Let me move my... Look, don't start talking. I need to move myself. Shuffle back over to the corner.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company.
Do they, though?
I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all. It was Drovians, Savians, hired guns, and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish? Stir up enough trouble to force the solar system into a war? I had talked to Dyson the morning after Banny's death. He was still in Gara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him. But maybe we could have a chat first. Just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Ooh, where are you gonna put it, Haley? Hello. Good morning, Mr. Dyson. This is Neil Conrad with the CDI. Ah, Agent Conrad, how can I help you? There's something I'd like to talk to you about in person. Could we meet up at the train that stops at Louisville in half an hour? I have an important call in 10 minutes. Can we make an appointment for tonight? This can't wait. If you insist, I'll tell my secretary to delay my call. Thanks. See you in a bit. I'm so excited. Okay, he won't let me. Yeah, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Oh, in the same place. Oh, my arm. Getting there's still time on my wrist. You could do two. You could do back of neck and wrist. Liam, or Lime, sorry. Good morning, Conrad. I'm taking a walk in the little park near your place this morning. You know the one. Once you leave the elevator, just keep going straight past the fountain. I'll be sitting down in the coffee near the gazebo. Come round if you want to join me. I'll be there for another hour or two. Do I go see Liam first? I thought I had to be quick. I need to get the news. Oh, it's not there. Don't start revolting. The little park. Little park. Little park. Little park. Where is the little park? I'm panicking now, lads. Talk to the chief. I always want to do all the optional stuff. Oh, is he here? No. I feel like the optional stuff has put me in good stead. Is he up here? Little cafe, little cafe. Little cafe. For a little man at a cafe. That's... Nope. Where did he say he was fucking going? The little park cafe. Not me just having to look at the walkthrough of the little cafe. Where is he going? There for another hour or two. Find him sitting at Cafe Lola. Return to the street level entrance of the subway. Instead of heading down to the station, continue as far left as you can. Right, street level entrance. Don't start revolting. I just had to peep at the walkthrough, alright? Just a little peep. Ah, over here. Just a little peep. he up here? Fuck is he? Oh, there's more. There he is! Hello. Morning, Chief. Good morning, Conrad. It's Campbell now. Right. You wanted to talk to me? I need you to give me your word that you won't tell anyone about our meeting today. What? You're an excellent investigator, Conrad. You found out that sniper that shot at Banny from the Sakura Hotel. You have a sharp mind. You identified the bartender at the hotel as the one who helped Diaz escape. This is nice. He's just here rubbing my ego. You found the sniper's boat in the harbor. That helped us track him down and retrace his escape. You figured out what Banny's murderer looked like. Thanks to that, we were able to catch him and his associate on Juras Plaza. And you determined who had started the Liberators video ad spot. That's why we could go after Moore and Cox so quickly. Do you know what makes you so good at your job? Is it because I'm STEM-minded, humble, modest? You question just about anything. In all my years at the CDI, I've never met a bigger skeptic than you. But that can also make your life harder if you want to climb the ranks at the CDI. However, if that doesn't concern you, you might want to have a closer look at Sector 2 incident. I don't know exactly what they're trying to hide, but the data they're so desperately protecting has something to do with it. Who? Who is hiding something? The AG for sure. Maybe just her? I think something happened back when she was director of the CDI. She's acting strange. The sudden decision to arrest Cox when she heard his name was the last straw. One more thing, Conrad. There was a security alert in the database. Someone authorized connection from your cell. Whatever it was you were trying to do, I took the liberty of dismissing the alert. There's no more record of it. I have to go now. This will be the first evening without work I've had in a while. Good one. That's interesting. I wonder, so we could have given him we could have given the kidnappers our friends login, but we were like, no, use ours. Because we were willing to lose our job for our daughter, but it's a bit rude to assume that someone else would be willing to lose their job for our daughter. It is nice, isn't it?
My heart was pounding. Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath. At least I had a little time to think about what to say to him if he showed up.
I've tried to spend this whole game not smoking. Daughter? Dada! Get on the train. Mr. Dyson? Good evening, Agent Conrad. This is an interesting setting for a chat. Let's get straight to the point. I have sufficient proof that you were part or even all of the Liberators. That's a big accusation to throw around. What proof would that be? I know you hired mercenaries to kill Dick Banny to steal some data from the chief's cell. You also instructed Cox to broadcast the Liberators' message and to bomb Corin Church. If there's anything else going on that endangers people's lives, I need you to tell me right now. Are you so sure of that? Why didn't the CDI just arrest me? I want to know why you did it. You're a savant from Drovia. What's more, your company suffers financially from operating inside an unfree colony. You have all the reason to support Drovian independence. I do support Drovian independence, but not for economic reasons. Don't you think that the status quo is unacceptable in modern society? Gara forces us to hand over all the fruit of our labor like we live in feudal times, only to resell it at an incredible profit. Your planet exploits and enslaves my people for its own financial gain. If that's how you see it, why did you create an anti-Savant, anti-emancipation terrorist group? All Drovia needs to finally explode is a spark. And I've provided just that. Did you read the news today? Drovian resistance against its oppressors has never been stronger. So you admit it. You did it to lend momentum and legitimacy to a savant revolution. Vaguely Jennifer Coolidge talking about butterscotch. Butterscotch. To push public opinion on Drovia to a point where a succession war seems inevitable. But they were already negotiating. Why didn't you just support Banny at the summit? Joseph was in no position to change things. The whole summit was a big dog and a pony show. History teaches us that you can't obtain independence the peaceful way. If you want it, you take it. And war is worth it for you, especially considering that Drovia is likely to win it. If a war is what it takes, we have to try. Besides, New Duran will take our side, if any. You know, I'm really not buying your man of the people's spiel. This is all about your company's bottom line. Think of me any way you want. It doesn't matter. The way I see it, I'm using my influence and money to fight for the right cause. Don't you think that thousands of innocent lives are prohibitively high price to pay? It's interesting that you can't say the word prohibitively, though you'd bring that up being a CDI agent yourself. What are you talking about? The data I've been wanting to get my hands on? Did you have a look at it? No. It contains classified information about the Sector 2 incident, which also cost thousands of innocent lives. But just as importantly, Savants lost the right to a self-governed colony on Drovia. Gara cited a charter that it had made up itself and launched an independent investigation, which identified major construction and security flaws as causes for the disaster. I'm familiar with the incident. What are you getting at? Those backwards savants don't believe in real science, so they don't know how to build a safe colony. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? What if I told you that the colony was sabotaged by Gara? Don't be ridiculous. That's what I've been saying since the beginning. The operation was launched out of fear and greed. Savant colony on the biggest Tylinium source in the system, free to trade with New Duran. Losing the Tylinium race could have meant losing supremacy over the solar system at the time. They couldn't allow that to happen. Who? Who are you talking about? A number of politicians and other elites. And of course, the CDI as their executive force. Your Attorney General... Your Attorney General, Amelia Thorne. She was director of the CDI at the time. So before you judge me, look at the people you work for and what they did. I know so many people who died or lost someone in that incident. So many more who lost their livelihoods. No, this is too big. So many people would have to stay quiet for it to stay secret for so long. Well, it will come out, and not that many people know. Who knows at the CDI? Does Gary know? The chief? The director? Everybody involved is retired by now, except for Miss Thorne. But some people must know. There are records of it. They will see the light of day soon enough. I know the mercenaries you hired are working on getting them back. They abducted my daughter and blackmailed me into helping them. I'm sorry to hear that. They did not act on my behalf when they took your daughter. Oh shit, Mr. Dyson, I won't arrest you if you pay them now. I have to arrest you, you can go. Fuck! Right, what am I doing? Am I arresting this man or not? So, do I arrest him? Or do I say I won't arrest you if you pay your mercenaries? Sounds like an April decision. Do I arrest this man? Yes. Oh, fuck you, April. I'm not sure. Bring him to the Mercs and get him to pay. That's what I'm thinking. But he did. Yeah, he is literally the leader of the bombing. He is literally... Oh, no. But what? Okay. Or could I be like, you know, if you stop bombing people, I'm not going to arrest you. Hey, Spider, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in. welcome it. Yeah, the pause screen is nice. It does have some like movement to it as well. I panic paused. Max, welcome in. Welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, they rated. Okay, let me write that down as another thing that isn't working today. We had an update on OBS, and ever since the update, things have just we fixed them for a day and then they stop working afterwards. Be funny for my life. Find out how was. What were you playing? What were you doing? Is my bot not working either? What were you up to? How was game? How is day? How is game? Thank you very, very much for the raid. And welcome in, Raiders. Nathan, good morning. Melly, good morning. Hello, hello. My bot is not working either. I love that. The bot's not working. That's fine. That's fine, you know. It's fun. It's exciting. Will things work or will things not work? Oh, I know. Yeah, it's brave. But the thing is if I don't update, sometimes things break. Because the...
Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders.
Ho, ho, ho!
Ka-chow.
It was beautiful. That was beautiful. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we're Raiders and happy Christmas, everyone. Happy Christmas. I'm still on 30.1.2. I'm worried that things will break because I don't update them. I'm worried that they'll be like, oh, you're not running the latest version, so everything is now broken because of that. So it's like it's a gamble. Do you update or do you not update? I have no idea what I'm running. I almost don't want to look. It's probably like version 4. Well, welcome in, Raiders. You're looking at a pause screen right now because we are making the decision. So we have 3 choices. There's this man, and he is the leader of a would you say a terrorist organization? Yeah, you know what? He's the leader of a terrorist organization. But some people that he have employed have taken our daughter. And we can get him to pay off the mercenaries that have taken our daughter. Or we arrest him. Or we don't arrest him. So we've got 2 chances to not arrest him. One where when we get our daughter back, and the other one, yeah, just a little bit of terrorism, a little bit like, just a little bit. He is, so essentially he's doing the thing where he has created a terrorist organization that is opposite to the outcome that he actually wants in order to encourage people to support his cause. Have people died? I don't know whether people have died yet, because I don't think he's actually bombed anywhere, because we defused that bomb, you remember? I think he just did the message. I'm not sure people have died. Yeah, I don't think one of his bombs ever went off. Yeah, the one guy that got sniper rifled. Yeah, there was that one guy. I think that we save our daughter. I think we have to save our daughter because we went in on saving our daughter. And maybe he'll stop. Maybe he won't do it again, you know? I just feel like we, as a character, have been prioritizing our daughter throughout this. Oh my goodness, you guys are... You don't have a consensus either. All right, let me do a poll. Non-binding referendum poll. Put on my own music for now. Wait, where are you? Let me do a poll. Would you mind stopping? Yeah, that's what I was hoping. We could be nice to him and he'll stop, right? New poll. Arrest that man? Yes. No. Yeah, exactly. There's a non-binding referendum. All right, I'll give you 3 minutes. So, my question is if we are then going to find out what the info is, you know, we're probably going to find out what the info is on, you know, the data. I would then want to, like, let the world know about the data, like whether it's like put it online or, you know, usually they get you to like tell the newspapers and stuff. Maybe he'll stop after I tell everybody about what went, you know, the Garian plot to blow up the other colony. Hey, Herbal. So maybe. But then will that... Will that get our daughter back? That's my question. Yeah, whistleblow, right? The thing about if we whistleblow, will we get our daughter back? That's like the most important thing. Ay, ay, ay. Because we'll be releasing the data anyway, which the mercenaries want. I'm being soft-boiled. Well, it's not so much caring about doing my job. It's more about being worried that he's just gonna bomb. Like, he's gonna carry on doing the bombs. Well, I'm just worried that he's going to be putting more people at risk. That's my issue. You guys are saying no, get your daughter back. I'm like meditating on it. Man, why do I get so invested in video games? Why do I get so invested? If I didn't care, I wouldn't care. But I care. I don't want to make the little video game people sad, you know? God, I'll sort them out. Customized cheer mode won't pick one stick. No. I suppose you were asking chat, not me, so. Maybe they want to be sad. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's true. Maybe they love being sad. Maybe sad is the new sexy. All right, I'm going to get my daughter back. I'm going to get it. I'll feel bad. If she dies, I'll feel worse than... Yeah, blame chat. You're right. It's your fault, guys. Mercenaries will free my daughter as soon as they get the money you promised them. I won't arrest you if you pay them now. It doesn't make much of a difference to me if you arrest me. I might have to do some time, but I have the best lawyers in the system. See? See? Doesn't matter if we arrest him. What I care about is if the data becomes public. Get it and the mercenaries will be paid. Oh. I don't even... What? Like, I don't even get my daughter back? Oh my god, I can't believe you guys had me pick the wrong decision. Once they send it over, it'll get leaked even if I am in prison. I have people making sure of that. It doesn't matter what you care about. I want my daughter back. Pay him now! I would consider it, but I missed the window. The transaction expired. What do you mean? Just made a new fucking transaction. Imagine robbing like a supermarket and being like, oh sorry, the transaction expired, I couldn't pay you. I see. Oh shit. Oh lads, do I say he can go? I can't say he can go now because he's pissed me off. Oh yeah, I want to fucking arrest him now. What a dickhead. Can I arrest him? Let him go. Well, I want to make sure that my daughter's safe. He said he'd pay them if they got out. But how is he going to pay them from in jail? I did say if he doesn't do it, I will arrest you. I gotta arrest him. You can't be putting bombs in places that not get arrested. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sure the cause of Drovian independence you cannot be putting bombs in places, all right? You are under arrest. I'm sorry. Tell me, what do you know about Laura's abductors? What's Cox's role? I imagine bombing a church isn't something you can just pay any security company to do. Albert's parents were old friends of mine. Their company was in charge of security at Sector 2. They went bankrupt after the explosions. Some people put their blame of the incident on them. They're getting death threats to this day. I supported them and their son financially. As you can imagine, Cox has a very reason to want revenge. Oh, you guys are making me feel bad now. He's like, oh, I support... But you can't start trying to murder innocent people. You can't do that. That's illegal. Why work with the mercenaries when you already had Cox's guys to do your dirty work? Parts of the plan were out of his wheelhouse. What do you know about the people who took my daughter? Not much, to be honest. You all have figured out the most of it already. There's a secret group of mercenaries, and they run big operations in the whole solar system. You want a high-profile job done? You go to them. Where is their HQ and where are they keeping my daughter? They're very secretive. Okay. No, Cox set his own business on fire and we lost him. He didn't die. We didn't lose him like that, but we lost him like, you know. I got this. Gary wanted to talk to you. He's waiting here with us, Mr. Dyson. Right. Sorry, Mr. Dyson. You can't murder people. Sorry. No news. Hello? Oh, this is... Did you find my husband? Oh, no. What is it? Did something happen to him? He didn't turn up. So I was right, wasn't I? He's not working with the Liberators after all. We're looking into it. What's that supposed to mean? Did you find him at Korean Hotel or not? Now isn't a good time. You promised to protect James if something happens to him. Please, your son needs a father. He is in Fiji. Yup. He is on holiday. I should be fine. Be fine. I'm sure he'll turn up. There's no evidence that they actually killed him. That's where Gary is. Gary is. I don't know if I want to go see Gary straight away. Yeah. Yep. That's her, Haley. Yepperoni. Yeah. Yeah, he just got... It seems like he got kidnapped. There's no evidence to say they murdered him, though. No evidence whatsoever. They like kidnapping people for extortion, so... That's just... That'll be it. It was unfortunate because I tried to tell him to run. I was like, yo, you've got to stop. Whatever you're doing, you've got to stop and run. And he didn't. He kept doing it. And, he kept doing it. And then the mercenaries came and they kidnapped him. So I gave it the old British try. Oh, I tried to tell him. I did. No, I'm sure it was fine. She was fine. Hi, hello, Gary. Shit, Conrad, you really found the mastermind behind the Liberators. Finally, some good news. I just hope this whole shit show is over. Why'd Dyson do it? He was trying to escalate the situation between our planets. Did Dyson tell you what the second attack was about? He did. They were going to bomb a Korean church, but he called it off. Well, the most important thing is that we got him. That's a good start to my time as chief, isn't it? Well, acting chief, but yeah. I have a meeting with the press in a few minutes. We'll go over everything later.
I was supposed to write a report on my findings in the Liberators case, but I wasn't able to concentrate for even a second. First, I needed to wait for my colleagues to go home to be alone with Saito. He always worked late. But then what? What if he refused to help me? The idea of having to force him was devastating. He was my friend, after all.
We force him.
When I finally
Hey,
managed not to
Cal.
think about it anymore,
A beautiful
a much more
morning.
dire thought crept up on me. Laura might die tonight. And if she did, it would be my fault.
Okay. Right, we don't want... I'd say I'd rather lose a friend than lose a daughter, right? I am doing super well. I'm enjoying my fan. Thank you. Enjoying my fan, about to lose my job, so, you know, just everyday kind of things. Where is he? What, become the office shitter? Hello. You're still around? What am I doing? Submit the sheet. Oh shit, okay. The data. It's about this, right? Oh shit, sorry. Let me move again. I'm pretty sure it's Is it? About the Sector 2 incident that happened in 1800 on... Would it be on New Duran or Drovia? Like, what happened where? Because surely it's about what happened on... It isn't new to me. It isn't. I haven't done it in a while, though, so, you know, I'm a bit rusty. The data is about the Sector 2 incident that happened in the 1800s that took place on Drovia, right? It's about what happened on Drovia in New Duran. No? Will I be judged if I cheat to have a look which it is, Drovia or New Duran? Yeah, Drovia and New Duran are two different planets. So the incident happened on... Drovia. Oh, the planet where the Garian colony called Sector 1 is located. Yeah, okay, so it did happen on Drovia. Yeah, okay, forget it. I don't need to cheat. It did happen on Drovia. Ooh! Make cocktails my sister requested. Oh, is your sister coming over? Now I just need to move my head again. Okay. Bless me. Praying for any elderly people in your area then, Rooks. That they don't get in your way. Thank you, lads! Thank you very much. Hey, Saito. You're working late? Listen, there's something I need to talk to you about. I'm sorry. It's not. My daughter, Laura, was abducted and the people who took her want something from me. I need your help to get it for them. Laura was abducted? When? By whom? A group of mercenaries. Shit, I'm sorry, Neil. What's the CDI's plan of action? The CDI? What do you think those people would do if I told the CDI about it? Wait, you didn't tell anyone else at the CDI? No, look, don't have much time. The mercenaries want me to help them to get the data back that they stole from the chief. They managed to create a backdoor to the CDI network. They can briefly alter the access rights on any folder they want from the CDI database, but they won't be able to retrieve it. That can only be done from a local computer. That's where you come in. You're a system admin, right? You have to grant their request for access to a specific folder you're not usually able to see. They'll pull the data from that folder to your local drive, put it on a stick and give it to me. They made it clear it was not to be sent over the web. Okay, listen, holy fuck. I'll bring them the data and then I'll get Laura back. Neil, you do realize that you can't trust those people, right? Why are you so convinced that they'll hold up their end of the bargain? If you want to save Laura, you have to ask the higher-ups at the CDI for help. I can't know enough about those people. No chance the CDI would be able to track them down in time. The hack will go down in 5 minutes, and if I don't hand them the data tonight, they might kill her. I have an idea. Once they open the folder thereafter, I might be able to locate the source of their backdoor. We'll explain to the others what's going on, and we'll raid the location before the handover is scheduled. You'll have Laura back before they find out we never went through with the hack. No, because I want the information. Do we still get to retrieve the data in the folder? We won't need it. If you can trace them and don't get the data, we have nothing. Oh, shit. Oh, hang on. Hang on, lads! We get to... Oh, my goodness. I want the data. I want the data. I don't want him to delete the data. Dava? I don't want to delete Dave! What do you think? Oh my gosh. I hate when I get to the end of a game. And I'm always pausing because I'm always I just get stressed. I don't know, lads. Where are you? There you are. Sorry, Dave. You're getting deleted. go along with his idea, but if I go along with his idea, yeah, it's got too many unknowns. Oh, man. Not trusting the mercenaries. Maybe we do just go with this idea. We do have a report with the... Yeah. But presumably she's not the one that's actually going to be in... And plus, we'd get to raid some mercenaries, which might be quite fun. Do the funnest decision, which might be raiding them. I want the data. I want the data more than anything. I don't know. More than saving my daughter? No, not more than saving my daughter, I suppose. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with his idea. And then I'm going to take the data. Because with what happens if I don't go with his idea, I either have to choose between Laura and the data. And I don't want to do that. I want both. Oh, more trustworthy than the nobility. Yeah, because I suppose with the nobility, they've got other... You know, they've got other, like, schemes, I guess. Whereas, you know, mercenaries just want money. All right, I'm gonna go with this idea. I'm doing it. All right. Ah! Oh, cool, Gary. Hey, Neil, I got your sheet. Are you ready? I got their location. Let's call Gary and the others. Give me the data. Give me the data. Give it to me! Give me the data. Give me the data. Don't tell anyone. Let's call Gary and the others. I feel like I'm gonna be sick. Let's see. I think I got their HQ. It's inside an industrial zone on the fringes of the city. The company is registered, calls itself Rattlesnake Farming. It appears to be some sort of greenhouse. I assume it's a front, maybe for money laundering. Yeah, still can't believe you didn't tell us earlier. What the hell were you thinking, Conrad? And how much information did you feed them about the CDI and about our ongoing investigations? Those people are criminals of the worst kind. Have you forgotten your oath? You'll face serious charges over this, Conrad. You leave him alone, Gary. He's got enough on his plate right now. Well, maybe he would have been in a better position if he told the CDI earlier. Or they would have shot Laura right away had they caught wind of it. We all had training in hostage negotiations, and I'm sure Neil followed it as best he could. Let's focus on Laura. We should be at the HQ within the next hour. That's not a lot of time. Don't think it's a good idea for you to be there. You're not trained in extraditions like this, and more importantly, you're too close to the case. The risk is that you do something irrational and endanger the whole operation is too high. I can't just stay here and wait. My daughter is in there. I've been in contact with these people multiple times. They know me. Maybe I can convince them to cooperate. Conrad, Corduroy, get yourselves an armor and a gun and I'll... Yes, this is Frisco, yeah. Very intense, Nancy Drew. It's bombs as well. I still think you should stay here. We leave in 30. I'm sure we'll get Laura back. And I like run. Make a run for it. No, I don't suppose I can. Ned Nickerson, head of the CDI. I suppose I can't run off with the data, right? Can I run? I can't just run away, can I? No, there's no train here. Okay. That would have been cool if that would have that had given me the choice to just like run. Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to fuck it up right at the end. I feel like we've been doing good. We've been making good decisions. We've been answering things goodly and well. We got the right person. There's a lot of fucking stairs, isn't there? I feel like we've kept our bestie. Oh, the roof? Like the actual roof? Which roof? Oh. This roof. Okay.
I inserted the stick into my cell and opened up the folder. My heart was pounding. For a moment, it looked like the data wouldn't load, but then the files started appearing on the screen. Dozens, maybe hundreds of documents, messages, pictures, and videos. They were decades old. Most of them dated 1799
I feel a bit sick. I'm so fucking invested in this.
Their confidentiality level was one I'd never seen before. This was the type of data the Garian network would instantly pick up and trace, both to its receiver and back to its sender. It made sense to physically hand-deliver it if one wished to remain anonymous. I didn't know where to begin, so I opened up the very first file in the list, the oldest one, with shaking hands. It was a document sent from someone at the Department of Commerce to the director of the CDI at the time, Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General in charge of the Justice Department. My eyes widened as I skimmed over the paragraphs. When I was done reading the letter, I checked the time. 20 more minutes. I sat down and opened up the second one, then the third. As the conversation went on, a plan was hatched between a handful of politicians, special interest groups from the private sector, and high-ranking members of the CDI. I didn't recognize most of the names. Some might have been pseudonyms. I stopped looking at the files halfway through and let my head sink onto the backrest. Even though they had used very careful language at first, the goal and purpose of the operation were abundantly clear. The failure of Sector 2 hadn't been an accident. Garians had plotted and engineered it to gain sole access to Drovia's resources, and given its strategic importance at the time, ultimately retained supremacy over the solar system. My head was spinning while I tried to figure out what all of it meant for the present, and for me. I had long doubted the integrity of the CDI. Was it still rotten to the core, or had things changed? I didn't know about any ongoing operations that were breaching interplanetary law, but then most agents at the time of the Sector 2 incident hadn't known either, and some of the things I did know about, I didn't want to think about them too much. Now what? On the one hand, the public had a right to know. The culprits had to be found and brought to justice. Reparations had to be paid to the affected families and businesses. On the other hand, if the truth came out, the liberators would win. Savient extremists might be emboldened enough to take control of the colony and declare independence. If that happened, Gara would send its ships, and knew Joran might send theirs to back up their Savient brethren, and to finally gain access to the planet's Telenium, of course, if their side won. Hundreds might die, thousands even. Time was running out. I tapped the contact of a journalist I had met a while back. I still hadn't made a decision when I heard the dial tone. The data would probably go through if I decided to send it, but there was no way in hell it wouldn't be traced back to me.
Melly.
My heart was pounding so loudly in my ears that I almost didn't hear the voice on the other end.
This is Adrian Bowley with the Guardian Gazette. How may I help you? Hello? Are you there? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm hanging up now. I have information for you. Who is this? I can't tell you. I'm sending a data package. It's flagged and will quickly be picked up and traced by authorities. Your computer might be bricked. Back it up to an external drive as quickly as you can. Are you serious? Please confirm that you understand what I just said. I understand. The public needs to know this. Promise me that it won't get buried. Well, I have to look at it first. Please, I may not have a second chance to send it to you. Did you get it all? Yeah, I got it. It's in your hands now. Ooh! I'm being a little leaky lass. I felt like they had the right to know and act upon the knowledge, keeping the knowledge to myself and not letting people know the truth is wrong. Red, have a good meeting. Have a good one. Hi, Gary. Oh, good. Let's go. Whee! We do. Just keep shitting myself. Alright, agents, I just got the report from Nelson. The big greenhouse in front of us seems to be empty. However, the IR cameras picked up 12 targets in an underground facility hidden underneath. A scan for traps and explosive came back negative. Be careful regardless. We're going in on my command. Watch your backs and keep a low profile. These guys are dangerous and most likely armed. Use of deadly force is authorized. Getting the hostage out alive is our number one priority. You all know what she looks like. Miller, Johnson, you open up the front door. Once we're inside, we're looking for another door in the back. Watch out for hostiles from that point on. Okay, let's go. Move, move, move. Gary, I appreciate you backing me up earlier. Thank you. After what you did, it's only right you'd help us fix it now. Let's go get your girl. Ooh, I'm so sweaty. This game's gonna make me cry if we get like a bad ending. Oh, it was a quiet one. Clear! Oh, I'm in front. I don't really want to be, like, in front. Targets ahead. Open up and move in. Oh, CDI, drop your weapons! Drop them now! We did lose one person, though. Where's Neil? Shit, that was loud. The rest of them will be waiting for us. May's been shot. Gordon, Flynn, provide first aid and see if you can get her out to the medics. Ito, lock this room down. Keep eyes on these assholes. Get their guns and make sure they stay down. Someone comes through that door over there, you shoot. The rest of you keep moving. We can't give them any more time to prepare. I'm just
In the final corridor, we passed by a large surgery room. I didn't think about it at the time, but that must have been where they had given Zora her new face and implanted Boyd's fake ID. The only thing I could think about was whether they'd moved Laura or done something to her the moment they'd heard us coming.
Drop the guns or we'll shoot. Who are you? What is this? Dad! How about this? We hand her over to you and you never show your faces here again. Sound fair? Yeah, come on. Give her. Give it. Gimme, gimme, gimme! We'll cooperate, but then we'll kill the girl first. That's not how negotiations work. Shooting a child will do nothing but worsen your prospects of on trial. Come on, we both know I'm fucked regardless. We'll take you out if you make any wrong move. It doesn't have to be that way. So what you're saying is our only chance is to fight. I'm sorry, Williams. Oh, I rizzed her? Oh my god, I rizzed her and she shot her boss. That's why they call me the Rizzler. So Vanilla,
Nice.
you're safe. You sacked. Are you okay? Let's go, Laura. Thank you. Yeah. I did help her with her boyfriend, Boit.
And that's it. The most tumultuous days of my life. and
Oy, oy,
possibly
oy,
in
oy.
Garian history. Abbott Dyson has been charged with interplanetary terrorism, first-degree murder, and more that would put a normal person away for multiple lifetimes. Unfortunately, he is one of the world's most influential billionaires, and as it stands now, he isn't going to prison for more than a few years. It is rumored that he's putting someone else in charge of his company for the time being, and will be allowed back at his post after serving his sentence. With their mastermind unmasked, at least it's safe to say that the Liberators won't ever make another appearance. Even though Dyson and Cox each lost a lot in the Sector 2 incident, I don't believe their actions were really driven by a righteous thirst for revenge. Almost all the people who have suffered and might still suffer from their actions had nothing to do with Gara's past crimes. Ultimately, Dyson had tried to start an interplanetary war in hopes of increasing his profit margins, and he might still succeed in it. The data I leaked sent a shockwave through the solar system. The source of the leak was quickly discovered, and the CDI not only fired me on the spot, but also tried to scrub me from their records and made all sorts of claims to discredit me. The Garian state scrambled to spin the narrative on the Sector 2 incident, but the data was authentic and unambiguous. 40 years ago, the Savient colony on Drovia had been sabotaged in a secret operation initiated by a handful of Gyara's top politicians, economic elites, and the CDI under the leadership of Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General and leader of the Garian Department of Justice. It became clear to me why she had tried to hide the data, fired the chief when he got too close, and ordered the arrest of Cox when she realized who he was.
Yeah.
She is currently awaiting trial, along with a number of mostly retired politicians who were implicated in the conspiracy.
Okay, well that worked out all right. Like, obviously the interplanetary war that's probably going to come out of this, not cool, but...
Lara is free again and seems to be doing okay, but I wonder every day about the scars this experience has left behind. Even though I know I'm not directly to blame, I will never forgive myself for inadvertently dragging her into all this. As for me, I am free again, as free as I
And
was
plus,
before.
we now don't have a job
But my
anymore, so
life
we can
is
hang out with our
forever
wife
changed.
and...
Catherine and I are dating again, however.
Yeah!
Things are so
Go back
different
with
now.
our ex-wife.
The world is so different that maybe something good can come of it again.
Nice. Yeah, Laura will never go to a party ever again.
And finally, Zora. Easily the strangest person I've met in my life. Despite the terrible things she did, I'm grateful for her help when it really counted. It took the CDI a while to find out anything about her previous life. Turns out her name used to be Elizabeth Davis.
Yeah, now he's not.
She and her
now he's
friend
not
Boyd
working.
had been picked up by the mercenaries
Boyd?
as teenagers on the run. Both of them came from affluent Garian families, and
Wow.
both had been reported missing, presumed dead. Zora will be brought before a judge this week, and I'll be there to make a statement. It might sound strange, but I hope she'll walk free again.
Yeah, maybe
one
we'll
day.
be a PI. Go to Twitch streaming.
Late in the evening,
That was good.
the lights are still
That was
there,
great, wasn't it? But
ever unchanging. They shine unaware.
I think we did the right thing.
The sea is above me.
2 games down, 1 to go.
Sea is beneath.
Yeah, I wonder if we will finish it
The
today. That'd be funny,
waves
wouldn't
that
it?
have parted will once again meet.
What ending did you get, Rooks?
So we
Presume there were different ones, right?
in the end with
Yeah, I think a good ending. You know, I think we made the right choices at the end to leak it. Because now we've lost our job and we can spend time with our wife as well. You also sweated a lot. Oh, Brad, we got back together with our ex-wife. We lost our job as well. And the world might be at war, but, you know.
will it return or
Yeah, that was really difficult to know whether to arrest Dyson or not. I do think that we picked the right
so
choices.
we stand here
My thing with telling the CDI about my daughter was that I felt like we weren't really telling the CDI. We were telling our friends. You know, we were telling our colleagues. I do, does piss me off that they say that the CDI disparaged me when Gary is the head of the CDI. Like, fuck you, Gary, that he like, spread shit about me. That's so rude.
in the end we lose it all.
Yeah, I was surprised we didn't get arrested, to be honest. I thought we were going to have to be on the run.
To the stars above and below.
Yeah, we probably are.
We must
What did she do? What does our ex-wife do for work, Rooks? Or... Music's nice as well. Maybe we do. It is only the 1800s though, so I'm not sure whether OnlyFans has been invented yet. That was very intense of a game though, like very heavy. I didn't think it was going to be so heavy. Yeah, so I'm surprised we didn't move to Drovia, because surely we're like the, you know, clearly we're like a supporter of them now. Right. Oh, this music's nice as well, but like, yeah, talk shows, write books. Alrighty then. Yeah, I do want to quit. 2 games down. Let me get our 3rd game of the day up. We've got a little bit still left of today. Your TV just broke. No, what did it do, Sect? What happened to it? No, we had our TV broke when we moved. It was we unplugged it and it just never turned on ever again. That sucked. TVs are surprisingly like surprisingly weak. Is that what is that the word that I want to use? They're bigger weenies. Yeah, fragile. Fragile. Yeah, like I remember we unplugged it. We moved. Didn't bump it around or anything. And then plugged it back in. And apparently it's a thing that sometimes TVs can just be, when they're unplugged, they just sometimes never turn on again. Because they don't like being unplugged. Just restarting all the time. Have you checked it's not overheating? You give it a minute, turned off. Get twin mirror up. We still have a TV that was my parents', and they gave it to me when we moved. When I moved out from them. So I've had it for a long time. And it's still going. They gave it to us because they were like, "Oh, it doesn't work quite as well anymore." It's been looking the picture's been looking really dark. And but you know, it's like it was a free TV, and I was like, I don't care that it doesn't, you know, the picture doesn't look great. I will take that because, you know. And yeah, it turns out they just had the brightness turned all the way down. So yeah, so it wasn't broken, which is great for me. And I did tell them. I told them. I told them that it wasn't broken, and they were like, you know what, it's just, you know, don't worry about it. Like they'd already got a new one at that point, and they were like, you know, okay, you keep it. Yeah, no takesies backsies. Yeah, it was very fortunate, very fortunate. What's it called, the stream now? Got to change. I can't, you know, make reference to the CDI. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, an old TV that could turn the brightness so low the screen was just black. Oh, you could go asleep to the... Oh, and you'd just hear them? Yeah, give it some time. See if it cools down, because sometimes TVs are sometimes with such weird little guys. Like, our one that we've clearly had for a very long time since it was my parents. Sometimes just turns off. You just watch it. You're watching it and it's like, no, I don't think you want to watch TV anymore. And like, okay. No, I suppose I didn't want to watch TV anymore, thanks. Yeah, so... Yeah, TVs are sometimes such weird little guys. Yeah, we're planning... Oh, I should have maybe put something about proposals in the title. It's fine. Do you like the retells? Oh, yeah. I think I've only told that TV one once more. Or maybe twice. A good one, isn't it? I don't have enough stories that... Like, you know, I don't do enough new, fresh things. So I have to keep bringing back the old ones. Right. Let me get twin mirror captured.